Thank you for joining me. My name is Liz. This is my YouTube channel, Fitness with Liz. I would really appreciate it if you could hit the like, hit the subscribe button so more people can see this channel. It is all about bringing free movement to the internet. Daisy and Aria are all for it. So yoga, strength training, self-myofascial release, all the things that get your body moving, that get your body feeling good is here on this channel. So today we're going to go through a release for the upper body. So if you sit at a desk all day, if you do a lot of driving, maybe it's a lot of training, you might be a new mother and you're holding your child constantly, or if you're just basically lifing, you probably at some stage have experienced tension through the upper body, whether it be in the shoulders, in the neck, maybe it feels like it's more through the shoulder blade area, that mid-back area, and it can just be really uncomfortable. So today we're going to focus on releasing tension. We're going to get movement into the area. You do need a foam roller. If you've got one, grab it. If not, if you've got a massage ball, go and grab that. We will be doing some mobility. We are going to start though with some breathing. So we're actually going to lay flat on our belly. So it kind of seems like a pretty obvious thing that we need to breathe, but we need to breathe properly. So if you experience a lot of stress in your life, you may be breathing up kind of more into the upper part of the chest and the shoulder area and the neck, and it's just feeding tension into your system. So we want to be breathing most of the time through our diaphragm, which sits kind of underneath the ribcage area, kind of like an umbrella. And we want to be using that muscle to breathe. Our chest muscles, our intercostal muscles through the ribs will also be working as well. Even some of the muscles like our latissimus dorsi actually help with our respiration, our breathing. So we want to make sure that we're using all the correct muscles. That one thing in itself can change so much in your system. So just releasing stress, bringing more oxygen and blood flow into your system, which means the tension from your muscles can actually start to release just from breathing properly. So it's pretty awesome. So laying down flat on your belly, you can just rest the forehead down onto the hands or rest the chin down onto the hands. If you do hear snoring, that is not me, that is Aria. She is a bit of a snorer. They've had their walkies, so they're a bit tuckered out. So laying down flat, take a little wriggle around and starting to breathe in and out of your nose. So I can hear Aria snoring. So breathing in and out of the nose. As you're doing that, starting to pay attention to where you feel the breath happening in your body. So do you feel it more up in your chest and your shoulders? Do you feel the shoulders rise up as you breathe in? So we want to be feeling it through our kind of whole torso region. So think this kind of from the chest down through the rib cage area. So a lot of people say breathe in and press your belly out. Yes, we can do that to breathe, but we also want to think about expanding out. So like a 360-degree motion with our rib cage area. And that's going to allow the diaphragm muscle to do its thing. So just see if you can focus on, you're going to breathe in, pressing your belly down into the floor. But see as well if you can think about getting this part here, so this rib cage area, even the back side of the body, to expand out. So you're going to feel it expand out as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just letting it relax, letting it come back into its natural position. And we can can take a little bit of time to get used to it if it's something that you haven't done before. So I don't know if you can actually see that. It's going to be quite a subtle movement. So you can feel the back expand. You might even feel a bit of a lengthening through the lower back as you breathe in. And the pelvis will actually naturally come into a posterior pelvic tilt. And then as we breathe out, it naturally goes into a bit of an anterior pelvic tilt. And that's that natural rhythm of the body. And this is called crocodile breathing. Really fancy name for this breathing technique. It's because we're laying flat on our belly. And this is just a nice exercise that you can do by itself. So if you're feeling a little bit stressed, a little bit anxious, laying down on your stomach, focusing on your breathing, getting that expansion happening through the body. We're breathing up in our neck and our shoulders. We're just feeding stress into our system. So it's kind of like what came first. Was it the chicken or the egg? Was it the stress from the body, or was it the stress from the outside source, if that was one of the things that has brought stress into your body? Let's take 2 more. And then bringing your palms just sort of around down your chest area. Sorry, Daisy, to disturb you. Press your hips back into a child's pose. And let's take a nice release just down from, you're going to feel this hopefully from underneath the armpit area all the way down the side of your rib cage, possibly down into the lower back area. So just coming back up to the hands and knees, take one hand out wide and then take the other hand on top of that hand. So you're kind of crossing that hand over the body. Sit back into the child's pose, and then whatever hand you've got on top, so for me, I've got my right hand on top, I'm going to think about bringing my right hip closer down towards my right heel. Now I'm going to focus on breathing in and out and really focusing on getting this rib cage to open up on the breath in. As you breathe out, see if you can get this hip to sit a little bit lower, and imagine that you're pulling the hand back toward you, but it's not actually moving. So you're creating a bit of a line of tension down here through the tissue. So breathing in, opening up through the rib cage. As you breathe out, see if you can get that hip a little closer to the heel, pull back on the hand, and hopefully you can feel it, this really nice release just down through the shoulder area, maybe all the way down the rib cage. Do that one more time. And let's swap sides. So this time my right hand will walk out wide, my left hand will come on top, and then focusing on getting my left hip down towards my left heel, taking breaths in, focusing on breathing into the left side of the rib cage or whatever side you're on. As you breathe out, think about pulling that hand back, creating a little bit of tension through the side of the body. I'm saying tension, but I'm thinking more like a stretch. You might find one side feels a little more open than the other. Might feel a little bit easier. Do that one more time. And then coming back up to the hands and knees, let's take some of our cat-cow movement. Breathing in, lower the belly down, bringing the shoulder blades together. Breathing out, press through the palms, rolling up through the spine, tucking the chin and the hips. And focusing on your own breath, focusing on moving with your own breath. Do that one more time. I'm going to take it to the side. So you're going to take a breath in at center. As you breathe out, looking over at one ankle. So getting a bit of a side bend through the spine. Breathing in, come back through to center. Breathing out, going to the other side. Breathing in, coming back through center. Breathing out, looking over, around at the ankle. Keep pressing down through the palms. Try and keep your hips square. Breathing in, breathing out, going to the other side. Just continuing this movement with your own breath. And again, you might feel that through the side of the body, through the ribcage area, maybe even down the neck as you turn and look at the ankle. Let's do that one more time to each side. I love it when you hear a dog sigh and you think, what kind of issues have you got going on, my little friend? Okay, let's get some shoulder circles. So this can be a bit of just a weird movement if you haven't done it before. So just getting see if you can focus on getting the shoulders to roll forward and then back. So it's not going to be a really big movement. There's going to be some movement from the spine. Breathing nice and smoothly. And then reverse the circles. That can be even weirder because you generally go to the direction that feels most natural to you. You out, Daisy? See ya. It's alright. Good. Do that one more time. And then just coming off the wrist for a moment, give them a little bit of a shake out, a little bit of a rest. So we'll do a little bit of a release through the side of the neck. So you can sit down on your butt, sit on a chair, just whatever's comfortable for you. And just gently dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. And don't force this. Be really mindful of your neck. Don't ever try and force it into something that doesn't feel right, especially if it feels tight and there is pain. Just breathing nice and smoothly. If you want to, you can add a little bit more intensity and bringing the right hand on top and just gently kind of grab above the left ear and gently pull down. Think about dropping your left shoulder down and you might feel a really nice opening there through the side of the neck. We've got the scalenes up the side of the neck. It can get quite tight. Again, it can be from computer work, it can be from life, it can be from sleeping certain ways, thinking certain ways. Take one more breath in and out. And then just very slowly releasing back to the starting position. It's going to turn the chin towards the right shoulder and drop the chin down towards the right armpit. So we're going to get more into our levator scapulae muscle. So you can just hold the stretch there like that. Otherwise, taking the right hand up, grabbing just behind the head, and again, gently just pulling the head down. You might feel a nice stretch kind of just through the back of the neck there, coming down into the top of the shoulder. If there's any kind of pain that doesn't feel right, don't push yourself into it. Just kind of go to where you feel a stretch. Take one more breath in and out. And then slowly coming back up to the starting position. Let's go to the other side, left ear to left shoulder, holding it there. Option to grab just above the right ear, gently pulling down towards the left shoulder. Drop the right shoulder down. Breathing smoothly. Take one more breath in and out. And then slowly releasing back to the center position. Turn the head to the left slightly. Take the chin down towards the left armpit. And then the option is to use the left hand. Just gently grab the back of the neck or the back of the skull. And gently pull down towards the armpit area. So I was a massage therapist for about 7 years, and I've just recently stopped doing it. I still do things like dry needling and electrotherapy with people. But I think it's really important that you know what to do for yourself. Yes, I think massage, it's all really beneficial having someone else help you, but knowing that you can help yourself and doing things outside of other treatments as well is really important. And taking responsibility for your own health, your own body. Good. Slowly releasing that. Whew. Now we're actually going to release our SCM muscles with our hands. So we're just going to do one side at a time. So it's this big kind of chunky muscle down the front of our neck. Can get quite tight. I can pull the neck forward. But it can also stop us from being able to turn our head properly as well, especially if we're sort of sitting at a desk all day, we're doing a lot of driving. If we're stressed and we're breathing up into our neck, it is going to get quite tight. So you're just going to turn your head to one side and just kind of feel along there. Mine aren't actually too bad at the moment, but we've got some nice trigger points that we can actually release. If you suffer with headaches or even some migraines, releasing this muscle can actually help with the headaches or the migraines, just depending on where they are in your head. So just gently turn your head to the right, and it's going to gently grab the thick muscle there. You can kind of feel it yourself, and you're just going to feel along it. If you feel a spot that you think, well, that feels a little bit tender, just gently, you don't have to go gung-ho and create a heap of pain in your body. Just gently kind of grab hold and just hold it for some time. Breathing nice and smoothly. And you may find that just from holding that pressure point for some time that the pain starts to ease off. So it might go from being like a 7 or an 8, coming down to a 4 or a 3 on the pain scale. Once it gets down to maybe a 2, releasing, and you can move on down to the next one. Mine actually aren't too bad. I used to have a lot of issues, especially with my right one when I was doing a lot of massage. since I've stopped, just moving to the other side when you're ready. Since I've stopped and sorted out a few shoulder issues, it's actually been 100% better. So sometimes when I was working with people, it's stopping doing what's causing the issue. And it's not always easy because sometimes that is your job and it is your income. But sometimes we kind of have to either change what we're doing, change some patterns in our body, or just stop that altogether. It's really nice feeling when you feel that tension ease out of the muscle. Beautiful work. All right, we're going to come into a little bit of an opening through the thoracic spine. So coming onto your hands and knees, bringing your right hand around just to the lower back area. Keep pressing down into the supporting hand. And you're just going to start to turn the body. Think about taking your elbow up towards the sky. Now, this isn't about going as far as you can. You kind of just want to turn until you feel that little point of like, oh, that's kind of where my range is, and then coming back to center. So turn, keep the shoulder down, take the elbow up, and then come back down to center. And just repeating this movement. You can think about squeezing the shoulder blade back as well. Pressing into that supporting palm as you twist. Good. Do that one more time, and we'll swap sides, and we'll add on a little bit of something different to it next time. So swapping sides, bringing the hand onto the lower back, and then just gently turning. You can take the eye gaze with you as well. As you turn, take the elbow up. Do that one more time. We're going to come back to the first side. I'm just going to have to change directions here so we don't disturb Aria. This time we're going to reach the arm up and then bring it down and through. The shoulder will touch the floor. We're going to just continue to move in and out of this movement though, maybe 4 or 5 times. So breathing in as you reach, breathing out as you reach the arm down. Do that one more time. And then holding here, resting the shoulder down. You can rest the head down to the floor. And just make sure your hips are square. So if you've got the right arm underneath, just pulling the right hip kind of more to the right side, squaring the hips off, and breathing into this rib cage area on the right side. So as you breathe in, you can think about pressing your arm down into the floor and then breathing out. Maybe kind of roll through the shoulder just that little bit. Might feel a really nice opening there through the shoulder blade area if there is tension there. Slowly releasing that, we'll go to the other side. Breathing in as you reach up, breathing out, reaching down and through. One more time, and then we'll hold for a bit of a stretch. And again, resting the head down, resting the shoulder down, breathing into that left side now if you've got the left arm down. Pull the left hip back. Seeing if you can continue to get that diaphragmatic breathing happening. So feeling that expansion through the ribcage area as you're breathing in. And then breathing out, just gently letting everything go. And we'll press on up. Whew. All right, foam roller time. So, grabbing your foam roller. I might go this way so I don't disturb Princess Aria. So, we're going to roll kind of from our sort of below the rib, or just the rib cage area up towards our shoulders. Of course, you can do the whole back if you want to. I'll allow it. So, just resting the foam roller just kind of below where the rib cage is, and then you're going to press into your feet, almost like we're coming into a bit of a hip bridge here, and start to roll. You can support the head here with the hands. Start to slowly roll up towards the shoulder blade area. Now we do want to go slow when we foam roll, and then just be mindful you don't have to come all the way up into the neck. And just explore, be a little bit intuitive here with your body and with what you're feeling. And just kind of let the, oh, a little pop there. Just kind of guide yourself through with where you feel you need to go. So it might be more to the left side, maybe it's more to the right side, just depending on what's happening in your body. And just kind of slowly roll up and down. We will stop in a minute and do a bit of an exercise here with the foam roller, but just kind of get into inner areas that are feeling a little bit tight and feel like they need a little bit of attention. Whew. It's a bit itchy. Gets the blood flow going. Now, if it feels safe for you, you may need to rest something underneath your head. You're just going to bring the foam roller. It kind of just depends on where it's going to feel good for you. Generally, for me, it sits underneath the shoulder blade area. And it's going to start to roll back. So you may need some support for your head. You may need to just slightly shift a little bit. It may be way too strong for you. If this is the case, then please just continue to roll. But it can be nice just to open up over the foam roller. Breathing in and out. And then slowly come back up. Let's go for another little bit of a roll again. Now, if you find that you think, oh, this just feels really good, there's heaps of little spots here, what we're going to do is you're going to start kind of lower, start a little bit lower, so maybe start in that starting position, lift the hips again. Now we're going to take a breath in, and then just hold that for a moment. Hold that breath just for a little bit. And then as you breathe out, think about rolling up a little bit more up through the spine. And then stop at the next little spot. Take a breath in. You might feel that kind of back pressing into the roller a bit more. Hold the breath just for a moment. And then as you breathe out, roll up just a little bit more. Stop. Take a breath in. Hold. And then breathing out, rolling up. One more time. Take a breath in. Hold. And then breathing out, rolling up. You can do that as many times as you feel you need. So many good little spots. All right, we are going to roll out down the side here. Our latissimus dorsi muscle. Ooh, can be a little bit gnarly sometimes. Now, you can keep the hips on the floor. That will detensify it or make it less intense. Detensify, is that even a word? I don't know if that actually is. But you can intensify it. That's definitely a word. And stay up. I'm actually going to stay because I'm actually quite tight. So you're just going to start to roll. You kind of want to go from here down to sort of the side of the shoulder blade area. See ya, Aria? Woo. And again, if you find some spots that feel really intense, you can hold it there, breathe, and even add a little bit of arm movement, internal rotation. Ooh. And you may find that from doing that just a couple of times that the tension starts to ease off. It's a little bit of a weird position you've got to be in. And then we'll do that to the other side. Feel free to stay on a position for as long as you feel you need. Don't feel like you've got to rush through this. I'm kind of just going through this for video purposes. So definitely feel it more on my right side. My left side doesn't feel quite as intense. Again, you can add that movement. So big back muscle. And then you can roll even down the side of the ribs there a little bit. Awesome work. Okay, we're going to finish off with a nice stretch through the chest area. I know I haven't done a lot of work through there, but we are going to finish with an opening up through it. Now, if your foam roller is short like mine, you can still do it with it. I'm just going to add my bolster there for a little bit more support. If you've got a long foam roller, awesome. So we're going to bring the foam roller, if I can actually get the position of it, and we want it to come down the center of the spine. Make sure that you can still rest your head on it for some neck support. You can even kind of get this edge of the side of the foam roller there into the occipital region, and that can be a nice little release for the back of the neck. You're going to reach your arms up and then open them out wide. And every time I get someone to do this, they go, oh my God, where has this been all my life? I'm just going to release that. And then just relax. Breathe and relax. Now, if you're like me and I've just moved the bolster and you don't have that support there for your lower back, just lifting your hips, so pressing into your feet, a little bit of effort here from your butt muscles and your lower back, but opening through the chest. And you can experiment here and you can sort of target different areas of the chest. You can lift your arms up a little bit higher or bring them down so they're a bit more neutral, or even down a little bit lower. So it's finding where you feel like you need to release the most, and you'll feel that, you'll kind of feel that stretch. You might even feel that all the way down through the arm, the bicep area, even down into the forearm possibly, just depending on what's going on. Now you can stay here for as long as you like. When you're ready, just slowly making your way up. We're going to do one last little thing. So we have a ligament at the back of our head. Got our nuchal ligament. It's got a big, big job, sort of keeping the head upright. But we've got a lot of nerves around that come out from the back of the skull, one of them being the vagus nerve, the 10th cranial nerve, pretty damn important nerve. So we want to make sure that we have good blood flow to this area and that we're not holding a heap of tension here. So you can sort of find at the occipital region here, there's a little sort of divot that you should feel kind of at the back of the head. And then just kind of bring the chin down and you should feel it kind of push out, it flattens out. That's where the nuchal ligament sits. So really nice release. You don't have to do this hard. It's going to gently rub up and down that little divot area there. And just doing this by itself can be a really nice way just to ease tension from the neck, create a bit more blood flow. You know, more blood flow means more oxygen, blood flow to the brain, which is what we want. So just do it for as long as you feel you need. There's no real time limit here. And just take a little moment. I know I can already feel that release through my upper body. Thank you so much. I'd love to hear if you liked it. If there's other things that you would like to see, please comment, reach out to me, ask questions. Otherwise, have an awesome day and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me today. If you love premium quality activewear that does not fall down, it washes really well, it feels good, it looks good, then jump on the link below, check out Zaya Activewear. I've been wearing it for over 2 years now and I freaking love it. I'm a little bit obsessed with it and I just want to share it with everybody. So today I've got the blue Pisces light and tights on. They have a nice little shimmer through them, which I don't think you can see on the video here, but a really cool little sparkle through them. They do also come in black and a really cool lavender color. And then I've also got the Black Effortless tank on. Now I've got it tied up at the front. If I was to untie it though, it's actually quite a long tank, but I do prefer to have it tied up. Really cool tank, nice and breathable. And then I've got a black mesh adjustable bra on. So that's, I'm just gonna take my top off. That's it here. It's got adjustable straps at the back, which I freaking just absolutely love, which you can adjust to what you feel you need. So a little clip here, you can undo it so you can have the straps just sitting over the shoulder, or you can have it like the racer back like I've got there. Really, really cool bra. About high impact, I would say, depending on where you've got the straps tied up, and then how much support you actually feel you need. One of the most comfiest bras I own. Highly recommend checking it out. Jump on the link if you have any questions. Please reach out and have an awesome day.